Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So, what's eating you? Well, you read the title. This video is in response to Nicole, of course. A couple of days ago, Nicole mentioned or talked about feeling depressed, and it's something that she has talked about on her channel before. That she's had these feelings of just that hopelessness, sadness, lack of motivation. And when she described what her symptoms are, because that's really, as a clinician, if somebody comes to, my office and they say, I have these feelings of sadness, depression, hopelessness. I don't want to get up. I don't feel motivated to do anything. And then we make an assessment, do they have clinical depression? What is this? I mean, all of us have sadness. We all feel that in most cases. If you're not a sociopath, you have sadness and feeling, maybe even depressed. But not everybody has clinical depression or major depression. That needs to be determined by a psychiatrist. But based on what she has been saying, and that it's something that happens to her every few months, it's a pattern of this mood, not a mood swing, but her mood looks like she's depressed, or she has these feelings of depression. Now, because of her age and her being a female that is still menstruating, sometimes females' menstrual cycle could affect our mood. Maybe unless you're on birth control or something like that can regulate it. But if I was to give a consult to Nicole, of course, I would ask her probably about her period and her cycle and what does that look like. And I would probably say to her, I want you to start to journal for a month. Your mood every day. Just what is your mood been today? Happy, sad, angry, impulsive, whatever it is, for that day. And then let's track to see if we can correlate PMS to your mood. Because if that is the case, if it's more of a medical disruption in your mood, then it may be more of a medical issue. It could be a combination. It sounds to me like it is mental health. And then, of course, my suggestion for Nicole is that she seek therapy, that she schedule an appointment with a clinical person, a clinician, that she may also consider an assessment by a psychiatrist, who would be the one, if they thought it would help or, would be necessary for her maybe to take some sort of mood stabilizer medication that can help her, so that she's not having these peaks and valleys where, where maybe she's like, not, maybe feeling more impulsive and, hyper, and then she dips down and now she's very depressed. And I heard her even talk about, wanting to like pick up all of her stuff, pack up and move somewhere. That to me definitely sounds like she's dealing with some clinical depression. So, we know that mental illness is and the diagnosis is of a disorder that is a chemical imbalance. And so if she has major depression, she has this chemical imbalance, and medication, psychotropic medications, are the filler to those chemical imbalances in the brain. And I really salute her for coming out and talking on her platform about this. We just saw a few months ago Ellen's DJ commit the S word. He's unalive now. Maybe if he had reached out to his TikTok followers and YouTube and all that and said, everybody, this is the way I'm feeling. I know I'm laughing and joking and kikiing, but I'm feeling hopeless, helpless. I want to end my life. And I hope Nicole is not at that point in her life or having thoughts of ending her life. If she is, then, and if you watch this, Nicole, I would say, that is the symptoms of if you have a diagnosis of depression, that is a symptom, and you're going to get better, but you have to seek mental health treatment immediately. And I know because in our field, there's so few clinicians out there. We don't have a lot of psychiatrists. I know when I teach psychology, I encourage my students, like, keep going. Like, don't just stop with, if you want to be in the field of psychology, I'm begging you guys, go all the way and be a psychiatrist. We need psychiatrists in our field. But anyway, Nicole, don't be discouraged. Seek out a clinician. Seek out, many clinicians do fee for service, because I know, hey, as YouTubers, we don't have insurance through YouTube. YouTube ain't paying nobody's insurance. And I know that is her only job, is YouTube. So unless she's bought into Obamacare, which will cover mental health, Nicole probably doesn't have insurance. And so you can find a clinician, many clinicians take fee for service. It depends on their credentials. Don't let nobody try to get over. It shouldn't be any more than, even if they have a license, I'm going to say for an hour, the highest you should pay is maybe $150 for a 45-minute session. It is what it is. But I feel, Nicole, that it's well worth it. Or even in the city where you live, there's a mental health, office of mental health. You could contact them, tell them that you're a fee-for-service person, and they also have funding for that. It don't matter what your source of income is or how much money you make. You tell the people that you would have to pay out of pocket, and you were really in a situation where you really need mental health services, and they have collaborations with therapists, and so the state would pay $75, you pay $75. So it's all kinds of avenues like that. Push come to shove, you can call me. Now, I do content on you. I wouldn't be your therapist, but I can direct you on kind of where you need to go. And of course, that'd be all confidential, girl. I wouldn't tell nobody. But in conclusion, y'all, yes, Nicole, please seek therapy. That's the only, advice or that I can really give you. Because I'm a real mental health, worker out here in these streets, 30 years strong. So on that note, good night.
What's eating you? Psychology is here to help you. What's eating you?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If y'all don't pick my sign up,